All right. Hello and welcome back, everybody, and welcome back. Another astro-gravitational report, September 13th of 2023. Interesting time. We're in a very interesting time, but some of you may be feeling the preparations for tomorrow. Tomorrow, it is the new moon at Virgo, but that new moon in Virgo, it is about healing, put the authority and intuition coming together of healing so they can be preparing themselves for the next stage. What was going to be the next stage though? The next stage, that's going to be the new moon at Libra. But it's going to be a very interesting because as soon as the moon hits the sun, tomorrow she's going to be on hurry up and going into balance. The intuition is going to be leading that balance, and today may gonna feel this leading of the moon that it begins because the moon crossover into Virgo, and you're gonna be feeling it, that energy that is kind of coming in, but you have to face your adversities. You have to face the challenges today of what the energies is going to be because that the moon is going to meet Mercury retrograde. Usually, that is the time when the people abandon themselves, self screws ups, self bad talking, and not listening things. This is the moment that you are tested in there. All this is going to be talking about restrictions because Mercury retrograde is opposing Saturn. So it's the moon entering Virgo. She's going to be opposing that energy exactly at 6 o'clock. So with that being said, in here, going forward, at 7 o'clock, midheaven, it's going to be at Gemini. Also, the authority is going to be rising up at 7 o'clock. You probably understand what I'm telling you because at 7 o'clock in the morning, the ascendant, the rising energies are rising with the sun. The sun, the authority within. But the authority is like blind halfway. You're like, you don't know where you are, what it is going on. Why? The sun, it is opposing Neptune. You have no clarity. How are you going to have a clarity? The only clarity you have is with who? With the universe and transformations that you need to go ahead and go through it before you begin to see. You might see with your eyes, but you're not seeing with your soul. You have to heal your soul in order to see with the soul. Get it? Got it? Good. So, talking about that, at 8 o'clock, midheaven is going to be going to a Cancer, inner work with the family. The rising energies are with Mars. If you pay attention, Mars was taking the lead. Now the sun goes through the same road. Now the moon goes. It's gonna follow it pretty quick. But talking about later on, Mercury is gonna go through this road. So if you're following Mars, the masculine energies, you're gonna be understanding of all this process. Right now, the masculine energy is focused on where? Business, contracts, relationships, talking about any way of making things works together. What can we do together? Very, very beautiful place to be. And right now, the sun, the authority, it is like I need to grow, I need to mature, I need to see this universe, I need to change these transformations within me because I know if you are getting into that authority within the relationship, it has to be healthy. Who is going to be helping healing? The moon. So you're going to feel those energies, but you got to be mindful about this union of Mercury retrograde with the moon, as I said. At 9 o'clock, midheaven, it's going to be at Cancer about the family. Because of a family, you decide not to transform and not to change. Some of you have to facing that challenges of the ego situations, even after that at 10 o'clock about it, why you don't want to change, who does not want to change. Your ego doesn't want to change. Your ego wants to be, if somebody does the work for you, somebody gives you the informations right away. If somebody brings you the food, you don't have to cook. If somebody wants to do the inner work for you, so you don't have to do it. Really, think about that. Inner work is your inner work. Oh man, somebody doesn't want to talk about that inner work. But at 11 o'clock, that inner work is going to be coming in. And talking about love and money, you understand what the situations with love and money is. Venus is still squaring Uranus and Jupiter in there, and those energies are going to be even coming in more stronger since Lilith isn't this 25 degrees as the moon was. Now the shadow, it's learning that it's time. It's time to get the shadow out of the system within. But at the same time, it's time to cast things into the shadow, purging things out of it within, things that no longer service within you. So here is coming in 12 o'clock. The midheaven is together with the moon and Mercury retrograde, straight oppositions with Saturn. And Saturn has no other aspect except that. It's like I'm limiting your intuition and I'm going to be limiting what you're going to say, what you're going to hear. Because you're going to do a big mess. But a lot of you, if you're responsible and the ego, you're going to be doing more mess. So be mindful with your communications, especially to your own self. So here it's coming in 1 o'clock. It's like, okay, I zip up the communications. I did all this. Thank God everything was okay, really. We'll talk about this. But right now, the authority is taking that kite. The energy is focused of either I'm going to be going blind or I'm just going to be taking that flight. What I have to trust. And there. But the rising energies are in Sag and they're squaring the moon and squaring Saturn that is in Pisces. And usually this it's gonna be like you see the trouble is coming. How you gonna react on the trouble? It's all depending of your authority. But it's a very beautiful rising energies because they're gonna help the feminine energies, helping the masculine energies, which is Mars and Venus there. So you're going to be learning that at the hard time, the man and the woman, the princess and the prince, they have to facing the adversities. So at 2 o'clock, midheaven is with Mars. Mars is focused on what? He's focused on Venus. He's like, darling, I know you beat up. You know you got up so bad. I know you got your ego bruised and so on. Do you have your love? I'm next to you. I'm helping you. But if Venus doesn't like Mars, then she's like, I don't like anything. I'm cutting contracts. I'm cutting anything and so on. I'm listening to my intuitions with Mercury, and enough. I got enough. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to look about it. I don't want to this and so on and so on. So be mindful what you're telling yourself because you might be self-restricting yourself while the universe tried to restrict you not to do stupid things. Think about it. So at 3 o'clock midheaven, it's 25 degrees of Libra. That is a double divine energies towards Uranus and Neptune there. You're gonna be testing what it's gonna be when a divine masculine rising to that point of 25 degrees. And when I look at it in that energies, this is gonna be the universe and the visions. They're gonna be coming together. So, 4 o'clock, midheaven goes into a Scorpio. Our ascendant is in Capricorn. The ascendant in Capricorn helps like Venus. Hey, be a pro. Don't mix love and money. Money and love cannot go together. Have the love and you're going to get the money. Big lesson, get in an act. Put your act together. But that energy is gonna be squaring Mars, so there could be a little intensity energies during this time. But the ascendant is gonna be show up the rising energies. They're gonna show you the road of the authority. Is gonna be helping there with the intuitions and Mercury retrograde. You to get it what's gonna happen, and ascendant it is also helping with Uranus and Jupiter at Capricorn. Beautiful energies. You're gonna feel those energies. Probably we're talking about 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock time. You're gonna be working with those energies. So 5 o'clock, it's coming. Divine energies with the North Node from midheaven being Scorpio. You understanding you have to clean up the dirty stuff in there in order to fix your destiny. You can't just sit in one spot and it's like, yeah, The destiny was given to me, so it has to happen. Really. The train's coming, stop on the train stations. You didn't get up on the track because you think like somebody has to bring me into the train. You didn't get the train, do you? So take a look at it with yourself, what this is all about. The reason I'm saying this is because midheaven it's squaring Saturn and it's squaring Lilith. You did not get these energies inside of yourself. So think about that part. So 6 o'clock, midheaven is at 10 degrees of Sag, squaring Saturn, squaring the 8 degrees Moon and Mercury. Now they're together. This is the time that you really have to keep quiet. If you don't talk for growth, especially spiritual growth, don't talk about it. Everything else is gonna be no make sense. Does not make sense. You don't improve your soul, you won't be improve things that what is in you. Spirituality gives you the philosophy to tell yourself how to fix your psychology and that's change your personality. There. If you hear something that is a sensei drinking water. All right, so here it's coming at 7 p.m. There is the divine energies with Uranus. You're gonna get the messages in there, but as I said, be mindful of the previous hour because now at this hour, this energy is gonna be pounding on the Earth authority. Is gonna be squaring the sun, and the sun is opposing Neptune and midheaven. It is squaring Neptune. Visions of the authority. The wrong visions leads to the wrong authority. The wrong authority orders something that should not be good. So be mindful about it. Stay away of these self-sabotaging situations because right now Pluto says this. You're not transformed, you're not changed, I'm not giving you destiny because right now Pluto and the North Node begin to be in square. So look within yourself, you're gonna feel it like that energy. This is why you have to change things within your soul. A lot of retrogrades. The retrogrades are shifting to spirituality. That's what you have to be focused. So at the 8 o'clock p.m., midheaven it goes into at the 8 degrees of Capricorn. Beautiful Earth energies, very powerful, but it's squaring Mars. Mars feels like what happens on Earth. Why I don't get this on Earth? Why I don't get my woman? Why I don't get this love? Why don't this? What is that? I'm here. I'm beautiful. I'm great. I'm powerful. What the heck? Patience. All you have to do is the warrior has to have a patience to go home. So at 9 o'clock, as I said, those gonna be the greatest energies there. Midheaven goes 22 degrees. Beautiful trine with the sun. Beautiful trines that begins with the moon. It's gonna be this beautiful kite energy that works. You tasted that kite. You know that kite. You want that kite. The question is if the kite stay into the draw, not outside, and bring it out to the wind, which is Mars in Libra does in the air. What is the big deal? Who's gonna be understanding that kite? Nobody, including you. So don't hide your magic. That's what this lesson is about. So here is it coming at 10 o'clock, midheaven. It's crossing into Aquarius. If you have Aquarius, Virgo divine energies, you will feel it because that's how it goes. Because Mercury retrograde and the moon, they are coming together. Midheaven is at 6 o'clock. So you're going to have this energies inside of you. So if you have something in the 5th degrees, the first degree of Leo of Aquarius, I'm sorry, the first degrees of Aquarius and the into the 10 till 11 degrees of Aquarius, pay attention, you're going to get ignited with this moon Mercury retrograde. Usually that is a divine messages that you receive there within you. You all have Aquarius there. You all have Virgo. What is it those houses telling you? What is that within yourself? And there are. And yeah, be mindful what you have in the first degrees of Leo, because that is going to be an oppositions in there. That may create intensity during this time. And here it's coming in 11 o'clock, midheaven. It's at 21 degrees, but there is a divine energies with the authority. And you take the divine authority with yourself. You take that divine authority, that will help you to kind of like balance everything with yourself and just like not worry about it. But if you do not, that is going to be the time there is this intense energies of this oppositions with Venus and this squaring with Uranus and Jupiter. You can screw up a lot of things, including your own thinking. Sometimes you have to screw up in order to find out, but you know what, it's not a life sentence, it is a lessons that you need to learn. All right, guys, so that's what it was, the astro-gravitational report. Thank you so much for watching, and come back tomorrow for another astro-gravitational report, guys. Be love.